And the Trump boys are still buying. When crypto was coming down yesterday, they were still buying 2 more cryptos. They're going in heavy, buying hundreds of millions of dollars worth now. Which 2 cryptos are they buying? Let's go straight into it. We're going to have a look at their wallet and what they're buying, and I'm going to analyze that ecosystem for you guys today. Okay, so whilst cryptos were dropping over the last 24 hours, they were buying, look at this, more Ether and more wrapped Bitcoin. What they do is the Ether, they then go ahead and stake that Ether on something called Lido, right? So all up, ETH now makes up 65%, 64% of their portfolio, right? All up, ETH is something like 245 million dollars if we add up staked ETH and Ether. And wrapped Bitcoin, they bought more of that as well, now $64 million. So usually you would think a blue chip way to operate would be to buy lots of Bitcoin and then some ETH. But now they're going kind of like 4 times more. They're going 4 times heavier on ETH than they are on Bitcoin. So we're going to have a look at ETH and some coins within the ETH ecosystem that I think will pop, right? Let's go straight into it. So for ETH right now, basically the scenario I was talking about was playing out. If you look at my last video that I spoke about ETH, my thoughts were it's going to do a inverse shoulder, head, and shoulder here. So basically 3 tap, 1, 2, and then 1 more. We could come down to 1 more tap around here. My target was around 3100 area or 3090. Why? Because we have the left shoulder here just for symmetry. 1 more tap and up we go. So if ETH is going to take off, and if that happens, then we would think that the ETH ecosystem can probably run harder than ETH. Last video that I did, I gave some targets on where ETH could go. And so those, for example, like if you've been watching my videos, for example, it was around 5,500 was one of my earlier first targets. And then we could go higher from there, assuming ETH would make a new all-time high this bull run. Okay, now let's have a look at which Ethereum ecosystem coins we could talk about, right? Some coins that could be really hot right now. But before we do so, let's just quickly answer the question of which crypto exchange does Pablo use? Well, Pablo uses a non-KYC crypto exchange. That means they do not ask for your ID. That means Americans can use it. That means because they don't know who you are, they don't ask for your ID. That means the IRS can't see you, the tax office can't see you, the CIA, the FBI, nobody can see that it's you. Even the exchange doesn't know it's you. And that's one of the very good reasons why Pablo uses this Bitunix exchange. Signing up right now for newbies would get you $5,500 worth of newbie prizes and already 1.3 million global users, because this is the largest non-KYC exchange in the world, so it gives you very good fuels, right? Very good liquidity. And if you are on YouTube right now, then basically it's just in the link below. It's just in the link description below. But if you're on other platforms, then basically just go to my page, click on the Stan link, and it takes you straight there, right? And it's the first thing here to click on. But keep in mind, only on the link that I'm providing. This is the Pablo deal. Only on the link that I'm providing, you get these big bonuses and deals. Okay, let's go straight into ENS, which is Ethereum Naming Systems. And for folks who've been following me, I've been talking about this coin for over a year now. As soon as I thought we're going to have a run in the ETH ecosystem. Now, this has done well. When I first was speaking about it, this was back in late November, around November, December 2023. It was around $8 or $9 back then. It has done a 6x already, up around 48 at its best, and now back down to $35, right? If you look at Vitalik Buterin, he puts his name on Twitter as Vitalik.eth, so they really love this coin. So right now, this is pulling back, but I do think it is forming a bull flag and then one more run up. Why are we so bullish and continue to be bullish on ENS? Because Trump's sons, for their own Liberty World coin, that's their own RWA coin, real world assets coin, they bought more addresses, ID addresses on the ETH chain for themselves. One was called erictrump.eth, one was called liberty.eth, and they bought like 3 or 4 of those. So they use this ecosystem. Now that ENS is in a rising channel, as we can see right here, right? It's in a rising channel, and every time when it pierces the top of the channel, right, it tends to pull back, say boom, comes back. So this is in log already. This is in logarithm already. So naturally the support should be around here somewhere, because this is near the bottom of the channel, that low 27, low 28 area. We might get one more pullback to around say just below 28, 27 and a half, somewhere around there, right? And we'll get the bounce here. If that level doesn't hold, right, it could punch through and come to this rising red line. Now this red line, as we can see, it's basically here. It could get to around say low 22s, bounce off low 22s, and then another major support level is here around the 19.5 area. It is a bit weird because right now we are seeing Trump push out some very favorable policies. He's not even doing a Bitcoin reserve. He's actually just doing a digital asset stockpile. So he's emphasizing digital assets, which means cryptos that are made in America, so, which means altcoins made in America, such as XRP, HBAR, Solana, Aave, maybe not Aave, but Chainlink, right? Probably ENS as well. So, and yet these altcoins are not bouncing; they're pulling back. So we'll see, because Trump can come out with more policies, more concrete, more details on what he's going to do with this digital assets stockpile, and that could boost prices. But yeah, okay, let's have a look at the next one. Basically, we have a look at Uniswap. Uniswap is the largest swap on Ethereum. It used to be the largest in the world, but now I believe that belongs to Radium, because Solana is so hot right now, particularly when that Trump coin got listed. So Uniswap not looking good. So basically, as you can see, that's a major level. That 13.5 to 14.5 area, right? It's been the support, right? Top here, we've just broken down. It couldn't hold that. So now we have some support here at $12. Let's call it 11.9, and we've got pivot top, and pivot top here, and a pivot bottom here. So we could see a wick past here to say like low 11s and then bounce. If not, then I would really not like to see this. But see this 9.358 area, this high 8s, low 9s, this area could bounce off here. It's just it's pretty crazy. Siri, go away. It's just pretty crazy that that right now with Trump emphasizing a altcoins digital stockpile, not even a Bitcoin reserve, right? Yet these coins are still pulling back, not bouncing as much as they should, because the Trumps, they keep on buying the Ethereum, they keep on buying lots of ETH. If ETH pumps, then how could the largest DEX on Ethereum not make a huge move? I mean, it just doesn't make sense, but somehow the market is pulling back. So I'm not going to go too heavy. I'll add to coins like this on the way down on support, and probably next level of support. Because as I said before at the start of this video, I'm expecting Ethereum to make one more dip to make a inverse shoulder head shoulder. That would take us to this level here, inverse. So if we get one more dip to around this level, 3090, or it could even just go here, 2990 area, and then bounce. If that happened, then we'll have one more big dip on all of these coins, on ENS, on Uni, on Sushi. Sushi is the second largest DEX on Ethereum, right? I've been talking about Sushi quite a lot. It made a decent move, 50 cents to $2, 4x move, and then came all the way back, right? All the way back, like Tourette syndrome, from about 50 cents to about 280, and then pulled back again. So here, this is a major support level to be breaking, and it still has a chance to bounce from here, from this $1.20 area, from $1.20, $1.20, $1.21 area, and we could still see a bowl and cup and handle, and then break up. That's still possible. You would just think that so next support, I wouldn't want to see it go there, but is somewhere like 0.98, 0.95 area. Because see, if we pull the Fibonacci on this, right, from for this entire run, the 50% retrace is around $1.60, $1.65, right? The 0.382 is around this $1.38 area. And then by here, I mean, we're already getting to 0.236 area. That's if it goes to $1. So support levels of $1.21, 22, and then around 95, let's say 90 to 99. So the 90s, in the 90s. But that will be a pretty steep pullback. Probably cup and handle. If we could get a spike down, like just a quick couple of hours or a couple of minutes spike down, because it all depends on, as I said, all depends on ETH making this one more drop to around probably like 3,090 or even 2,990 area. One more dip and then up we go. So probably position accordingly. Position with the buy orders, stink bids at some lower support levels, and see if ETH drops and flushes everything down or not. We could try for a Fibonacci level here. Let's try that. If we were to put a Fibonacci retrace here, we're now at the 50% move. So next important support level is actually around this $10.35. That could actually work. I mean, historically, there's these couple of weekly lows around 1030-ish area. Not quite here, not quite. So 1030 we could also try for Uniswap. Support here and $10.30, $10.35. Okay, all right. Thank you, folks, for your time this week. We'll keep on a close watch on what Trump's doing with his altcoin policies, and also on where ETH and its Ethereum ecosystem's going. I just can't see ETH ecosystem not doing well when the Trump boys are pumping it so hard. They're literally buying ETH every time it dips. Okay, thank you for your time. I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye.